So 3 years ago, I made a video talking about the Cybertron Defense Force versus Godzilla, or if they could actually beat the big guy in a well-coordinated assault. And they are one of the Transformers' most diverse and sometimes powerful teams, if you will, here, because they are straight from the Unicron trilogy. However, instead of doing a whole nother Transformers versus Godzilla interaction, I honestly just wanted to do something entirely different. This is I guess you could say a repetitive thing here when it comes to remakes that I kind of just feel like, dang, I got too many of this one subject here, or I got too many things versus the King of Monsters. So I decided, why not we go into Dungeons and Dragons and give them somebody just as dangerous, if not more dangerous than most versions of Godzilla, that being Tarrasque. So, with that being said here, can the Cybertron Defense Force take down Tarrasque from Dungeons and Dragons? Let's talk about it. Now, first things first, we're going to cover the Cybertron Defense Force. Now, the Cybertron Defense Force are consisting of the Autobots, Hotshot, Red Alert, and Scattershot. These guys were, after being able to damage and even embarrass a Megatron that was able to tear through the fire dimension, he got so pissed off and so powerful that he tapped into another power and actually, got the blicky and just started spraying them. And the funny part about that is here, he almost killed them. However, the Allspark decided, nah, it's not your time yet, and pretty much gave these three Autobots an upgrade. And this upgrade allowed them to actually embarrass both Megatron and Scourge. This is important here because Megatron again was able to tear through an infinite dimension of fire like it was absolutely nothing just to escape it. Okay? And he ripped it apart. And keep in mind, it's confirmed that he felt humiliated to actually be beaten by them. And the funny part is, Optimus left Megatron to go and help the other Autobots. So these three were able to beat down Megatron and take him out the sky in such a way that it was humiliating to him. And he couldn't do anything about it. And so he had to literally power himself up in order to beat these three. However, when they got their upgrades, they were able to contend a Galvatron post, I guess you could say, transformation here. And this is a much stronger Galvatron because, again, the Unicron trilogy has multiple, and I mean multiple, power creeps. Each character just gets stronger and stronger as the series progresses here. And so they were actually able to not only go toe-to-toe with this much stronger Galvatron, but actually put up a very, very good fight and were actually able to harm him as well. This is important here considering the sheer fact that Galvatron would be stronger than Megatron, obviously, right? It's his, transformation, if you will. And the important thing is the Unicron trilogy scaling, where they pretty much would scale above some weaker versions of Optimus Prime and even above certain versions of Megatron, with Megatron himself being stronger than Ramjet, who was actually able to absorb multiple dead universes. These universes are all obviously infinite in size, with infinite dimensional layers pretty easily. They all run on quantum mechanics, and that leads into Hilbert space and all that. And these universes are known to be very volatile and just simply raw with power in general. So basically, Ramjet absorbed all these universes, right, just to lose to Vector Prime, someone that these guys would definitely scale above. As in the Unicron trilogy, everyone honestly did scale above the likes of Vector Prime, minus a few Decepticons because, they were meant for jokes. However, the fact that these characters were not only, and this is a rare instance, they're able to scale to Optimus to a certain degree, even being stronger than him, like when he had post power-ups and everything. Yeah, these guys were absolutely no joke during the series. They would scale above the Requiem Blaster, was able to tear holes in space and time, above the Star Saber, who's more powerful than that, and the Skyboom Shield that could also deflect that. So that would easily put them around the Autoversal levels on an individual level. So that being said here, yeah, let's actually talk about Tarrasque. Now, Tarrasque from Dungeons and Dragons is actually noted to be one of the most powerful and, well, one of the most dangerous creatures of the material plane, aside from adult dragons. So he would essentially downscale from the main 5 dragons of the series. However, that's not a bad thing. He's still above very powerful monsters such as the Leviathan. The Leviathan, right, is so powerful that it took every single, and I'm going to say this again, every single pantheon and their gods, everything they had, right, just to be able to seal him away. Again, this dude fought the Greek, Norse, and Egyptian pantheons from the Dungeons and Dragons universe, okay? These gods are absolutely no joke. Gods like Mistra are able to embody the weave, which is the singular magic of Dungeons and Dragons. And keep in mind, Dungeons and Dragons is pretty much the same as Transformers. Infinitely layered, multi-layered multiverses or multi-layered universes, as there's 3 different planes, each of them being universes with their own pocket dimensions inside them, their own universes inside them as well here. I know it's absolutely crazy. And then you have the sheer fact that everything is just infinitely layered, and there are beings that just simply rule over these planes at their highest. It's kind of like a little food chain within each plane here. Like, even some of the most powerful entities in the verse or in one plane don't even scale to someone else from just a higher level plane, if you guys get what I mean. For example, the dragons don't scale to their mother Tiamat, who exists on a higher level, and the gods don't scale to the dragons, who are on the same plane, if you get what I mean here. So these gods are so powerful, right? Not only do they embody all the magic within the multiverse, they also surpass it. All right, so they surpass beings like Mistra. Then you have the Greek pantheon that had like Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, Hercules, and all that. They were able to destroy and kill the Titans. The Titans embody the concepts for the entirety of the cosmology. Okay? So Tarrasque is above a being who's above beings that can destroy entire concepts. Tarrasque also has his own hacks and abilities. He has durability negation, regeneration, and he can also increase his power via his rage mode as well. So Tarrasque pretty much is just a physical juggernaut altogether. Crazy, right? So, in all honesty, he should be a very simple being to take down, right? No, you see, you can't really take him down without a negation spell. You have to have a negation spell that negates his regeneration specifically. Otherwise, he's going to come back. This dude is like Perfect Cell on steroids. Doesn't matter if it's just an atom of him, he'll just come back just like that here. So, without further ado, let's talk about it. Can the Cybertron Defense Force defeat Tarrasque? And in all honesty, I'm a little torn between this right now, because I do think that they put up a decent fight. But the problem is here, I think they would even struggle with the Leviathan, in all honesty. And I don't even think they'll be able to win that. You see, they are pretty powerful. And I would definitely say that the characters they fight are just a bit more powerful than the material plane in D&D. However, what makes this very interesting here is the fact that these guys are resistant and are durable down to a, what's the word I'm looking for? Conceptual level, yes. The Leviathan was able to withstand attacks from the combined efforts of beings like Zeus, Odin, and Amun-Ra, all beings that can attack on a conceptual level, and yet they couldn't do anything. They had to just seal this dude away after they put him to sleep. Meanwhile, the Cybertron Defense Force is just nothing but raw power and tactics. They don't have any magical spells or magical abilities to basically take down something like the Leviathan. And then you just have Tarrasque, who's just mass regeneration and physical might. In all honesty, I do think that the best way they would definitely do it is if they come back with preparations. But in terms of a random encounter, do I think they beat Tarrasque? Absolutely not. The fact that he can negate their durability, he can easily regenerate from anything that they've done, and the fact that while they do, attack on a conceptual level, as they are harming Megatron and Galvatron, who wear the armor of Unicron himself, it's still not enough to really put down something like Tarrasque, who can just regenerate from everything that they've done. They would have to really just full power Goku this man, or full power Team Gohan, and just try to incinerate this man. But even then, that might not be a guarantee, as they may even overestimate the power or the capabilities of regeneration. But that's going to be all today, you guys. Please comment down below, like and subscribe and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and you guys have a blessed day.